Hello, everyone. It's good morning. My name is Shelton. I would like to welcome you to today's training. So thank you for those participants that have joined us. So we're going to begin. So my name is Shelton. Again, I'm a tech support engineer at Dahua Technology Africa region. We are based at in Kenya at Mitsumi Business Park off Muthidi Road. So we are at 6th floor. So my details are indicated as below. If you want to reach out to me or anything concerning the company or Dahua, you can contact me by this. So in this week's training, we're going to handle a time attendance solution using an access control. The training today is meant for technicians and also installers. If it's your first time doing a time attendance with the Dahua system, I would recommend that you check our last training. The video will be available in YouTube by Saturday or Sunday. So a minute. So you're going to proceed. Dahua provides two time attendance solution using an access control or either a standalone device. So last week we handled time attendance using standalone devices. Those include the ASA series time attendance devices. So in this week, I'm going to do a time attendance with the ASA for ASC, that is an access control system. So I'm going to handle it with this. So we looked at the solution, the advantages and disadvantages of each solution that's provided. And we checked that the advantage of using a standalone device versus using a device like an access control is that about the autonomy and also the dependence on SmartPSS. So an access control using time attendance using access control is fully dependent on SmartPSS. While doing time attendance using a standalone device does not necessarily require you to use a SmartPSS. So the model that of my choice today is AAC 1204B. It's an access control system with the 4 doors. It supports 15,000 records and 300 faces, 100,000 valid swipe cards. So you can look at the various specifications in our website and our security about each devices. So my topology is as follows. I have an access controller, but for my case, I am using access controller and only a reader. But basically for a system, it will be, the topology look like this, an access controller. We'll have a reader on one side. And also the software management platform will be your SmartPSS or DSS Pro or Express. So the models that we provide for access and time attendance are as follows: ASC, Then we have locks, we have buttons, we have collectors. Collectors, that is the fingerprint and readers. We also have the software, DSS Pro, and SmartPSS AC. So SmartPSS AC is the new version of SmartPSS. It's a bit higher version. I'm going to take you through what SmartPSS AC is. DSX Express is free, up to 256 devices, that is cameras. DSS Pro, that's where you get to pay with more advanced features. So as you progress with the software, features and functionality increases. So we have a new product release. This is an access controller that can support a PoE. So the advantage of this is that it can support PoE. We also have advantage like up to 4 mag locks. It means you can connect magnetic locks. It can supply power to 4 magnetic locks. A control of input and output alarms. It can receive alarms and control it and give you an output. Increase in the number of logs, that is up to 500,000. So maybe in your consideration, maybe you're purchasing devices, you can get this type of access control. Okay, we're going to now dive into configuration part of it. So first, I'm going to take you through the SmartPSS AC. So a minute. So for SmartPSS AC, it's available in toolbox bundles of software. If you need to get it, you can go to Dahua Security website. You can go and then you can check. But what you can do, you can just Google toolbox. Dahua toolbox, sorry. So the first link that you get in Dahua wiki will indicate the toolbox we use. So it's about the toolbox is a bundle of software using that you can use to do management for alarm systems, access control, video intercom. You can do disk management, you can do calculation. Maybe I show you what my toolbox is, the software that I've subscribed. So it's free actually. What you need to do is just create an account for the same. I have a SmartPSS AC config tool. I have disk calculator, thermal, disk manager, VDP for video intercom systems. So and much more. We also have a project design tool that is for those who are doing maybe installation of cameras or everything. You can check this bundle of software. It's a very good tools for a technician. So later we'll do a training on the same about this toolbox, but it's not that complex. It's easy, but maybe later. So today I'm going to dive into SmartPSS AC. This is what I've installed. So let me share you the screen with me. So SmartPSS AC looks like this. So it's more customized to do access control and attendance. So if you want to do something like cameras or views, it will not be achieved in this version of SmartPSS. So it's good if you want to do such cases like cameras and then VRs, you can do it in the other versions of SmartPSS. Because even if you check the toolbox that I've shown you, there is SmartPSS and there is SmartPSS AC. So about device initialization and setting of time attendance, I'll not handle this in this meeting because I did it last time. So basically, for the configuration of time attendance, you'll have to do device manager that includes initializing the device, configuring IP and time zone, and adding it to SmartPSS. So I'll not handle it in this video because I did it last time. So one of the tips that you will have to consider while doing a time attendance is to ensure first you create a holidays. So if you have holidays, you'll just have to create holidays first. Ensure you have holidays named in your system. So let's say you'll have Easter or anything, you have to add it first in the time attendance, unless those people who are going to work will work on that day. But basically, just configure the holidays first. So I'm going to do personnel management, then we proceed. Go on. So about this device, I've already added in my system. I've named it as you can see. You can verify it's online because it's connected to my computer. P2P does not support. If you want to do time settings, you can come do it here, but I'll not do it in this meeting because I already did it. Maybe just to confirm, it's synced to my computer. So I'm going to do personnel management as the tutorial says. So also, if you have a problem with it, there is always a manual. You can see down here, access guide. If you want time attendance, there is the attendance guide. So the two guides will give you the basic and the pro version of configuration for time attendance. So it will be easier with this version of SmartPSS. So I'm going to do personnel management. So I'm going to add a user. User ID of 1, a name, pinning with 4. Sometimes you might have a problem with cards. What you can do is just add a dummy number as card. You can input a value as 1 or anything. But for my case, I have cards. So what I'll do, I'll just select a device. I can use the reader here. So you just do that while adding the cards. For fingerprint, the reader, my reader also supports fingerprint. So I select it here. So you'll hear background noises because I'm registering my fingerprint. Then you'll do permission and configuration. Permission configuration. So permission configuration is just adding the rights. The way we did in that previous version of SmartPSS in last week's training, we were doing access right, but in this version it's easier. So permission is going to allow the user to access those folders. I'm going to name it as week 4 training. And then do a save on the same. Select week 4, then do finish. So it's going to take about 5 seconds for the device to synchronize with my computer. Meanwhile, you can verify the configuration. It's okay. So if I swipe my fingerprint, it can unlock the door successfully. So meaning my information in this computer and the device is synchronized. So after doing my personnel management, next we're going to dive in to attendance solution. So you go home and then this tab, attendance solution. So for attendance solution in this version of SmartPSS, it's made easier. So you'll just go to attendance manager. And the way this menu on the left is listed is the way you will do configuration. So you'll begin from this point, go to this point, this point, this point, up to then this point, then the previous point. So I'm going to do attendance configuration, attendance point settings. So I'm going to set the device that the ASC 1204B as my time attendance terminal. So I'll say if you have multiple doors, you can say which door will do time attendance, while the others can be allocated to access control only. So for my case, I can use all of them as I'm using all of them as time attendance point settings. Next, I'm going to do an attendance period. So attendance period basically is the time that people will be doing attendance. So it's just a one-to-one definition. So maybe for this case, maybe I can do an add on the same. So you'll have to name it. Maybe you can name it as weekdays, working time. So the color, remember we didn't have this customization of colors in SmartPSS, but in SmartPSS I see, as I've told you, that it's doing specifically time attendance. It will you have option for customization and making your work even more easier. Let me see. Passé. Okay. So the type for attendance I'm going to set it as fixed. You can use it as flexible or fixed. So flexible time attendance is where people can come in anytime, go out anytime. But for fixed, which most people use, you can set it as reason. So working time, the start working time will be 8:30, maybe to 5. You record it as 8 working hours. So you can even have time attendance up to 6 minutes. So the list is 6 minutes because it's 6 minutes as 0.1. 0.1 times 60 will be 6 minutes. So checking time is the time that people start doing attendance. So from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m., people will be able to sign in. But if you do a sign-in later than time required, it will record either as a late sign-in or absent based on the settings that you have at the bottom. So about sign-in, late sign-in, which is permitted time, which sign-in of which time is recorded as absent. For this case, it's 120 as default. If someone leaves within a period of time, is okay. If they leave maybe earlier, it's recorded as not being attended. We also have the overtime here at the bottom. So for the attendance period, you can have multiple attendance period. Let's say some people are working from 9 a.m. to 10, others from watch time to watch time. So the software provides a lot of customization for time attendance. I think that's all here. So you can save information there. So for this case, I'm going to use the weekday working. It's the time attendance that I created for this purpose demo. So I've set work 6 minutes. So if we check just for training purposes. After creating the attendance period, you'll go to attendance shift. Attendance shift includes allocating the attendance that you created in the attendance period to the number of days. So you can say this one as all workers. Then we can do all workers will be doing from, you can select a cycle mode, be day, week, or month. You can say today. Then we apply the time zone here. So by default, we have a time zone of attendance period of arrest. This one is a default time attendance. So if you do not allocate any time period to these days, it will record by default as rest. But if you have time attendance here, you can apply. So I'm going to apply this for this case. Then you'll check for the others that it will prompt you this by default period like that. So you see the rest have been indicated as rest. So it's just dependent on what time attendance you want to allocate. Also, there is for the holidays and everything. it will also add automatically. Ensure you first create the holidays at this section here. So next I'm going to do shift schedule. Shift schedule is about allocating that attendance fee to the users now. So you remember I created this username, this user the name as training week 4. I'm going to select that user and then allocate the period. But first, let me confirm the time so that you can do a confirmation on the same. So editing the time attendance period is, you can check this button here. So I'm going to do a demo on from 10:25 to 10:25. So working time will set as 10:25 plus 6 minutes because the least amount of time it can take 6 minutes to 10:31. Sign-in time, people can start signing in at 10:24 to 10:20, 10:26. Sign out time, 10:32 or 10:31 to 10:30, 10:36. Let me just put it as 33. So if a sign out time is 1 minute later than official duty time, that person will be indicated as overtime working. I'll save that. Confirm about attendance configuration terminal. So I've selected the device. Then I'm going to do a shift schedule. So I'm going to select this person. I'm going to add the person to a shift schedule. So you can select the shift schedule here. So I'll use this weekdays working shift because this one is from 8. You're going to save. So that's all. So you see this person here, the rest of the days that have not been allocated a shift will indicate as rest by default. So one thing you'll have to put into factor while making your attendance period. So I'm going to check. So for about getting records and everything, you can check it at this tab, the attendance processing. You can also check attendance statistics and reports. So these 3 tabs here are for reports generally. Say, maybe to verify, let me just sweep. Maybe to verify record. So you can see if you want to get a record, you just click on the report record. So record will just show the logs that the users have done on the readers. So you see at 10:23, and now it's 10:23. I've punched the log. So if you do an time card, you see the checking time is not yet, it has not come to the checking time. So it will not indicate that I've checked in. But if I do a check-in on from this time that I'd set, 10:20, 10:24, you'll see the. So I'm going to swipe again my finger. So you can see from the, I've swiped my finger now, and you can see from this time card that I've checked in. So it has created, you can export the file to an XLS, you can create an SVG files, PDF, or anything. So this is just basically a time card. There's also about, you can create a daily summary table, you can create a statistics of the attendance devices. You can also create a monthly review. So you can see now we only the monthly review that we have at the moment is for 1 person because we have 1 person in that device. Also, you can check the daily attendance. So the user, for example, here, training week 1, employee numbers is 1. So because I've not completed the attendance, signing in and signing out, there's no record here. So we can check the overtime statistics and everything. I think for this part here, you can do it yourself. You can go and check it the same. So let me just do a sign out. Sign out will be from 31. Still far. Okay, so basically that is time attendance using an access control. So if there's any question on the same, maybe you can raise your hand. Or engage me in a chat, meanwhile. So if there's not any question, I think our meeting today was brief, so I'll not handle anything else. But in case you have an issue, you can reach me out. You can reach me through this. And also in the future, we are thinking about organizing trainings physically. So in case there's some part you are not confident with, so we'll be scheduling some specific days to do training, maybe a 2-hour, 3-hour. So what you'll do, you'll be booking the training on the same. So let's say maybe you want to we'll do a training maybe on a Tuesday and a Monday from in the afternoon. So you'll have to book prior, and also you can inform us on the specific information that you want to know about. So if there's no question on anything, I think we'll have to adjourn the meeting today. And thank you for those who participated in today's meeting. Okay, have a nice day.
Nice day too.
Yes.